Hello everyone, I'm Begüm Şener and today I will present how consumption-based spaces criticized in architectural websites through 3 examples. The first example is Walt Disney's thematic park. It is one of the simulated space and a fantasy world that was created based on cartoons. When one person can enter the world by buying a ticket, he or she can become isolated from the real world. In this aspect, they enter simulacra of Baudrillard. Visitors become a part of the created world. Post-truth takes the real world's place and simulations and icons become their new reality. Visitors can interact with the structures due to their imaginary bonds, not because of the architectural features. Different from reality, this world is free from all crimes. They enjoy scenes in the secure world. With the help of simulations and increased security measures, Disneyland creates its own public culture and that unreal world desired by many people. However, in architectural websites, it is criticized with the architectural understanding of buildings and their architects, and designing an imaginary world is appreciated by authors. For example, Architectural Digest starts with the history of Walt Disney's thematic park. It emphasizes that experience is one of the most critical features in the park. Visitors should feel the fantasy, history, and nostalgia. Disneyland describes a cinematic area that shows a story in every corner through actions and architecture. Also, it mentions the aim of Walt Disney, which is a tourist attraction theme park, and how some of the features appears in the theme park. Moreover, in Archive Curbed, it is described as the magical postmodern world of Disney. The writer gives a piece of information about all buildings of Walt Disney Company. About Disneyland, she mentions that the park is not only for tourism or commercial purpose, but also creates a fundamental shift in the American design environment. And she explains the hyperreality of Disneyland. The order of simulations and the hyperreal order is described as the best example of simulacra and simulations of Baudrillard. It can give people more reality than nature can. Although Disneyland creates hyperreal spaces, guests still use real money for actual rents. Furthermore, in Dergi Park, Disneyland criticized as a postmodern wonderland. Thematic spaces where families can accomplish childhood dreams serve for postmodern experiences that replicate of truth. Also, that experience is stated as a mixture of reality and image and imagination. The second example is shopping centers. They are one of the consumption-based spaces, and according to Debord, they create self-destruction in the urban context. They create their own urban tissue based on consumption. The only experience provided in shopping centers is consumerism. People spend time seeing products and enjoy buying activities. Even if they do not purge, they are still happy being in this world. That decreases the social interaction of people, and images like the look, style, and possession function as signs of social prestige become new importance of the culture. As a result, the social culture changed through consumerist culture. However, on social media, we cannot see any negative compliments about shopping malls. In architectural websites, articles mainly about design approach, material qualities, plans, sections, and images. They show us that a shopping mall can serve as an architectural experience space. For example, the Grove is the extension of the one largest shopping mall in the world. Unlike criticism on academic sources about shopping malls, extension is appreciated in architectural websites. ArchDaily shows functions of the building, concepts, and material choices. Also, it emphasizes that building creates an enjoyable atmosphere for dining in a controlled environment. Moreover, in the Plan magazine, sustainable aspects of the building are mentioned, and the structure is appreciated because of energy consumption and control of daylight and rainwater. Architizer also refers al fresco atmosphere, just like other architectural websites, and gives information in more natural tone. The last example is airport buildings. They are also consumption-based spaces. Although the primary purpose is transition space, they host several shops and duty-free areas with well-known designer brands. These areas give different functions to the airport and turn it into a shopping center. Since airports have been described as non-place in architectural world, changing the position can provide another characteristic. However, that new character will be based on capitalism and the consumerist world. For example, London Heathrow Airport is counted as one of the best airports for shopping. Travelers choose this airport due to visiting well-known brands and buy products that can be seen in many travel websites and blogs. However, architectural websites emphasizes building techniques, sustainability issues, spatial qualities, and so on. For instance, Archdaily mentions that how the building becomes a pleasant space with light conditions for passengers. Also, it underlines environmental design strategies, and it refers that it is the first airport awarded a BREEAM rating for its sustainable design. Also, another article in Archdaily is showing several animations related to sustainability. These illustrations enlarge the concept of sustainable airport design by referring to Heathrow Airport in London. Moreover, in world architecture, the building is described as a flexible humanized space for freedom and social consensus. It is considering the destination point and extension of London. Also, the welcoming atmosphere establishes a sense of place that will stay in memory of passengers. Just like Archdaily, world architecture also emphasizes sustainable design strategies and explains them in detail. Also, spatial flow is described as direct and fluid, which helps passengers. Design Boom also emphasizes the roof of the building. It emphasizes architectural information and mentions energy consumption features. It provides more architectural information and shows many photos from the construction period or detail of the building. To conclude, whereas Debord and Baudrillard underline the social changes and cultural disruption, architectural websites focus on technical issues, design approaches, concepts, spatial experiences, etc. They do not consider the negative aspects of buildings on urban life, and they appreciate the design in different ways and show them as a perfect in every manner. Thank you for listening. Here is my reference list.